on December 31st, 2018. We were celebrating dinner with some friends. We were having a fondue dinner at our house, and we were about halfway through the dinner, and the fondue pot, excuse me if I get a little upset, but it still brings back memories. The fondue pot was running low on fluid, and my wife thought the flame was out, and she went to add more fluid to the to the fondue pot, and it blew up in my face and shot liquid sterno all over my body, and my body was engulfed in flames. They rushed me to MCV Hospital, was immediately put into an induced coma for 2 days. The pain and the burns was pretty much all over from this part of my body up. I had all second-degree burns. My arm was total third-degree burns. I was actually in the hospital for 16 nights. The fourth day after I was in the hospital, my brother showed up at the hospital. Now, my brother I have not spoken to in 30 years. He called my wife and said, "I need to come see Scott." And my brother, Steve, who I haven't spoken to in 30 years, showed up at the hospital. And he looked at me and he said, "Scott, I'm sorry for all of the stuff that's gone in between us, and I want to make amends." And he said he's sorry. And I said, "Steve, I'm sorry. I've always forgiven you." And to make a long story short, we have spent a couple times on vacation together since then, and I talk to him a couple times a week. This injury was all worth being able to have me and my brother back together again. And I thank God every day for the fact that this happened to me. I mean, my favorite Bible verse is Isaiah 55:8 and 9. "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." And then the other one that follows up with that for me in the New Testament is Romans 8:28. "For we know that all things work together for the good, to them that love God, and them that are called according to his purpose." And I believe that this was for the good. There's no doubt in my mind that God made this happen for the good. I want to read something out of my book if I could real quick. But this is something that on the, this is the book that my wife made for me so I could remember what had happened to me. This happened on the 6th day. My wife wrote down this is what we did. "When Scott and I sat down to discuss the events of the week, we pondered over the what-ifs and how much worse this could have been. We did not look at what happened as why. We look at it as who. God spared my life as well as others, because the others that were with us could have been hurt at the same time. The who is the broken family, my brother. The who is the broken relationship that we have mended. The who are the many people in our church and the many people that we know who have been praying for us and renewing their strength with God through their prayers. We don't ask God why this happened, but we ask God, who can we help through this event? Who is the ones that we can help? I go to work every day. I had to wear this brace on my arm, and it was not good to look at it, but it was a brace on my arm that when I went to work and I'd go on a job, people would say, "What happened to your arm?" And right then and there, I say to myself, this is their divine appointment. God has given me the opportunity to tell them about how good God is and witness to them. I remember one event I want to share with you is I went to Fort Lee, and I was working in their kitchen at Fort Lee, and this lady came up to me and she looked at me, she says, "What happened to your arm?" And I proceeded to tell her the whole story and how good God has been and all the miracles God has performed. And she said, "I've been waiting for somebody to give me a sign from God." I said, "Well, I'm not God and I'm not giving you a sign, but I know this is your divine appointment, that God is speaking to your heart and that you need to either get saved today or be in church or do something for God, because God is talking to you through me." And that's just one of the many miracles. I've had so many events on a weekly basis where I see people being changed because of this event. And it's not about me, it's about how good God has been through this event. Not only has he changed me, he has changed my life.